time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Super Late Model Series. Presented by Simply Whatnots and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV.
A track that sits right here in my backyard pretty much is where we are tonight for race number 2 of the Super Late Model Series from the Southeastern Short Track Series. But let's make it race number 3 realistically tonight here in Lanier Raceway, Braselton, Georgia, about 15 minutes from Mikasa. We sit on this great racetrack. Get ready for some fun racing tonight in the Short Track Super League. We welcome you in. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Hopefully everything is going well tonight. I've had some battles here these last few nights of practice and racing for different series. But tonight it is race number 3 of the Southeastern Tour Series. 69 degrees, I wish, here in Georgia. It's actually like 45, I think. 45% humidity under partly cloudy skies, winds at 5 miles an hour, and should be a pretty fun race when it is all over with tonight here at this Lanier Raceway as we get ready for 115 laps of short track racing. Hey, good news, my mic is working. That's a start. Last night I went like a whole half of a race without my microphone apparently, and nobody said a word. But either way, we're here to have a good time tonight. For some great racing this evening. Of course, last week we ran 2 races, and tonight we'll run another 2 with the Super Late Models here first, and then we'll move up to North Carolina and North Wilkesboro Speedway for the Southeastern Tour Modified Series that'll be racing here in just a little bit. But first we'll get through this race and go from there. So we definitely have a lot of great racing in store for you here this afternoon and evening. So hopefully you've enjoyed your Thursday as qualifying is underway. You see who will start on the pole for this series and this first race of the night. Of course, the first race was won by Peyton Howe. He and his father, Ricky Howe Jr., have dominated practice here this evening. We'll see what they can do with that. And, of course, the other race was won by Samuel Fontaine. So we'll see what we can get tonight when it is all over with in this series. Of course, Lanier Raceway, a track that no longer exists. The track's still there, but the racing surface and all that stuff has changed over. It is now a go-kart track. It is called Lanier Raceplex. That is that track now here in Georgia. But, of course, it is here that you know, the NASCAR Busch Series at the time back in the day would race here, and some great racing, short track racing back in the day on this track. Drivers like Chase Elliott, Austin Hill has raced here. A bunch of Georgia drivers have raced here in this region. Just to the south of the North Georgia mountains, we're just outside Gainesville, Georgia. Roughly, probably about a 10-minute trip from the Mall of Georgia, which, from what I've heard, is the biggest mall in all the Southeast. Not sure how much truth that is, as somebody in this 12 car is running a burning lap right now. I'm just going to put that out there. Forgive me, I've been coughing for some reason the last little bit. Not sure why. But, yeah, like I said, should be some great racing coming up here in the next little bit. That's what I was looking for. Going to pull up the point standings here real quickly from Dan Lisa. You're going to see them pop up on screen here. In this series, I mentioned Peyton Howe won the race last week. That ended under time limit because of the 45-minute time limit. Now, I believe tonight I did read that the caution laps will count in tonight's race, but that is your point standings right now. Peyton Howe leads it by 10 over Ron Hart, Pete Polini, Sam Fontaine, Mark Herzog, Justin Laxton, also Mark Henry Jr., Matthew Telder, Kevin Anderson, Travis Pryor. That is your top 10 right now in that. And then, of course, the top 10 over in the Tour Modified Series. We'll review that here in just a little bit. Of course, that race won by Samuel Fontaine, who ran the same amount of laps as they did in the Super Late Model race, ironically. Fontaine leads Curtis Critchley, Peyton Howe, Michael Steffen, and Pete Polini, your top 5 in that series. Again, we'll go over that here in just a little bit. Qualifying about in the books, and a very familiar name is going to be up at the top right now in qualifying. And if you recognize that Wilkinson name, yep, that is the champion of the Tour Modified Series last season. Brandon Wilkinson, he and his team, the Wolfpack Motorsports team, pretty much whooped everybody's tail in that series last season. And he is back tonight, and this is a fixed setup, actually. So we'll see. I'm assuming he'll do just as well in a fixed setup than he will in an open setup. So appreciate you guys joining us tonight. If you want to chat with me like Drift is, Drift, I guess this would be his home track also, down in the Snellville, Georgia area, which is just southwest of this area. He is there. They do get 3 laps of qualifying out here, so qualifying not yet completed. Should be about, and Brandon almost spins her out there as you see it on the screen here. Just watching here to get to the race itself. Again, going to be 115 laps tonight. Should be some fun racing in store. And looks like so far so smooth on the track and on the stream, which is definitely some great news this evening. Are you guys hearing the cars? That's my main question now. I think we are, because let me look over at the meters here. Yeah, it looks like the cars are being heard, which is good. And a couple things we're going to do different, as I still try to fix the number issue, by the way. A couple things we're going to do different. Instead of showing you the starting grid across the screen, over on the left-hand side of the screen, that'll be your starting grid, so you'll see who's starting where in the race. It's going to be a little easier to do that, of course, for the broadcast and stuff as we get ready for the 115 laps of racing. But appreciate all the viewers watching us tonight. Should be a pretty fun short track race on one of the shortest tracks in all of iRacing. So listening as they go over the rules here. So Brandon Wilkinson will start on the pole. Father and son, Hal, Ricky, Daddy, Peyton, son, starting second and third. Andrew Navarro, Curran Beckler will start fifth alongside Dakota Brown, Pete Polini, Sam Fontaine, Curtis Critchley, Dennis Warnes. Kevin Anderson, Ron Hart, Jacob Drift Gladulich, the hometown boy. They're going to start 13th alongside him. The boss man, Michael Steffen, there at 669. Bradley Miner. Jeffrey Todd Tufts making his debut tonight. Will start there at 15th alongside Miner, as I mentioned. Nick Jezebowski and Richard Benedetto, Carl Felver, Michael Benedetto, Steele Langford, Matthew Telder, Brandon Hughes, Mario Ercoloni, and 2 drivers that did not grid, Mark Herzog and Mike Johannes did not grid. I got to fix something because we actually had a couple more cars than I thought grid. I tried to set it right for the minimal number. Let's just do that. That'll allow everybody to be scored on the screen. So as I mentioned, it'll be 115 laps, short laps around here, pole speed at 13 seconds. So they are going to haul all types of you-know-what around this track. But it is the... Thanks, Drift. The Short Track Super League, the Southeastern Super Late Model Tour, and we're green. Wilkinson with a good start down into turn 1. So I mentioned this track just short of 4/10 of a mile, almost as short as Oxford Plains. Lap 1, Wilkinson going to lead it. You see how quick they get around here. Oh, and one car spun around over in turn 4. The 72 has gone around. Richard Benedetto, I believe that is. And of course my ticker decides to shut down on me. Give me a second, we'll get that back up here. We'll show you the replay the old school way here while it uploads real quickly. Apologize for that. It's actually Jeffrey Todd Tufts. Sorry, Rich. Over here in the turn 4 area. Goes down into the corner, and the 24 tags him. Sends him up in that Jackson EMC truck. And of course, now all my logos and everything are all messed up, so I got to fix that. You're going to see another logo on the screen. Just forgive me for that. So Brandon Wilkinson has been issued a warning for the way he started that race. Some felt he jumped the start there on the green. So Brandon getting a warning, just a little slap on the wrist, but the penalty actually going to go to the 24 for the cause of the accident there. Bradley Minor will get an EOL. As we go back to racing here, pardon the ticker, I will get that fixed here in a second as we go back racing. I'm actually got to do the editing real quick of all this stuff. I had it all fixed up, but then when the thing shut down on me, it goes back to the previous edit. That's why you're seeing a different logo on the screen. Shout out to the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. So Wilkinson leading with the Hal father-son combo there in second and third. You see the caution laps do count tonight in this series. Remember last week they did not count. They made the edit because they want to see this race end under 115 laps, not in 45 minutes. It shouldn't be like that, they say, which I agree. There we go, got the logo fixed. I've had to learn some things with the changing of, I haven't changed computer, but I've changed a lot of settings basically. And it's made me have to do a lot of editing. So I appreciate everybody's patience. I've learned what needs to be done. And we are good to go. As Ricky Howell Jr. runs there in the second position. Let's go back here. Ron Hart in the number 51, the Michigander, underneath Samuel Fontaine, that 91 car, the Werner sports car, I believe that is. Looking out the back window of Ron's car as, let's move to the hood. And you see how quick a lap is around here. Appreciate everybody helping me with the audio, making sure it's all good. I can hear on the stream, but let's get some viewers out there. If you're watching a race tonight and you're not racing, go get some friends on here or some family members or whatever. Let's get build this stream up. As you see already, Wilkinson coming up on the back of the lap traffic of the field here. Jeffrey Tufts, Steele Langford, Nick Jozabowski, just to name a few back here. All trying to fight to stay on the lead lap. The linear freight train has started. Oh, contact! And the 72 gets turned on the nose of the 20. And that'll bring the second caution out on the track. And this one involves the 72 of Jeffrey Todd Tufts, who was the first caution also. Let's watch this. Oh, the 2 car gets involved. And Gru involved, Fontaine. The second caution comes out. So I'm not sure if Ricky Howe's going to get a EOL here, but basically they explained there was this contact between the lap car and the 20. Not sure if they're going to put the blame on anybody in this or not. It's kind of weird when you live at a track or near a track. You look at all these logos. I don't get to see this much. You look over at the logos, though, on the screen or on the track, and a lot of things are like, man, I know where that's at. I know where that's at. I know where that's at. It's kind of interesting. Billy Howe, Ford, up in the Cornelia area. All right, is Brandon Wilkinson going to bring him back to the green? Lap number 25 already, just a little over a quarter, or a little under quarter distance. Let me put the clock up there on the screen. That little black box you'll see up top there, that is the, oh, and the leader gets turned and saves it. Ricky Howe gets into him. Oh, nice save by Brandon Wilkinson. And Brandon's going to say, how do you do to him? Let's see what happens. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, Ricky just kind of rolls the center better there, just gets in the back of him. Caution comes out from it. And not sure if Brandon, he said over the audio that his toe's off a little bit maybe, and that's what caused, but I don't know. You tell me right there, a little retaliation or not. We'll let the fans be the judge of that one. The third caution comes out. Now, they do not have a set of tires in the pits where they start the race. That is what they have in this series. And don't mind the caution on the screen. That number is actually inaccurate now because I had to, when I reset. Oh, they actually say that Matthew Telder was the reason for the caution. So let's go back. I don't see Matthew Telder wrecked. It's up down here. I got to scroll down a little farther, maybe. Let's go back real quickly before we go back green and see what happened to the 12 of Matthew Telder. That's a good thing about having the now they're going to go back racing. We won't get to it. So, unfortunately, but Matthew Telder, unfortunately, out of the race now in that 12 car as Wilkinson brings him back to the green here at lap 31. Right off the bat, Curran Beckler. He's going to go to the outside here and lose a spot potentially to the 77 of Pete Polini. Going to bring the 27. Curtis Critchley with him. Also Andrew Navarro back there in that 2. He was the one that went head first in that wall a little bit ago. And he is up here in his 7th position. So the fun part about this track, obviously, on iRacing is just the short track racing. In real life, this whole track is now a go-kart track. The whole it's all asphalt now. There's no grass or anything on the track, and you actually can run go-karts out here on the weekend. And then right over the turn 3 section, right over my left shoulder right now of the screen, if you walk across the street there of Highway 53 in Brazelton, you walk right up to Road Atlanta. The road course is right there, literally across the street. So many different racetracks in this Georgia area. You got Gresham Motorsports Park, which is just up I-85. What about a 15, 20-minute trip to the northeast? And then one track we will be talking about in the near future. It's going to be part of a Captain Invitational race. We are going to host a dirt race here at Lanier in March as part of the Captain Invitational. And as part of that, we are going to honor and pay homage to Gainesville Looper Speedway. This track was a racetrack built in the 1940s, was shut down in 1956. It really wasn't shut down. It was overruled by the city of Gainesville and by the government, and said that part of Lake Lanier, which is a, and Sam Fontango's drifting, saves it. Nice save by Sam. But back when the Buford Dam was built back in 1956, the government decided to make a reservoir and called it Lake Lanier. And part of Lake Lanier, once the Buford Dam was drained into the reservoir, pretty much devoured what was Gainesville Looper Speedway. And the track obviously was closed down, and and now the track is literally a lake. And basically on a dry day in Gainesville, after a few weeks or days without rain, believe it or not, you can actually see the top of the grandstands from the lake at a certain park in Gainesville. It's a really cool story, and we're going to pay homage to that track with our dirt race coming up here in March. As caution is out, and the 24 Bradley Minor is spun over here on the front straightaway, and that is the 4th caution. And the Moneymaker Motorsports number 24 goes around. Let's see what happens to him. He's trying to hold off the leader, Wilkinson. Wilkinson's all the way down on the apron and gets turned. I mean, Wilkinson had nowhere to go and had to come up the track. Just a tough situation there. So still about 12 laps from halfway or so. Actually, let me do the math there. 10 laps shy of halfway in this race. 4 cautions so far. When we're done here, we'll get on I-95. It's like I'm on the east coast of Georgia. We're not. We'll get on I-85 and pretty much go all the way up through uptown Charlotte and up to North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Interesting stuff going on. So Wilkinson there checks up in the middle of the track. He gets penalized here. Basically how the admin's explaining it. Basically saying that Wilkinson could have been a little more patient, basically in a nutshell. Brandon, a little side thing towards the 24. He is not a happy camper. Here we go. 20 going to go back to racing. And Ricky almost got jumped by his own son there. Peyton Howe. Good restart by the 71, but this track all single file pretty much. So you got to get right to the bottom. Pete Pelini up to 3rd. How about the 27? Curtis Critchley there in 4th. He is under attack. Dakota Brown in that Brant number 53. Dennis Warnes, Kern Beckler, all these guys side by side. There's the 51 of Ron Hart. Michael Steffen back here in the 9th position. That's 669. Oh, one car getting kicked up the track there. Didn't see who that was back there. Oh, and caution is out. As I was about to go on the camera, Carl Felver has apparently wrecked it. The 15 car. We'll see if he got help. Let's see what happens here. Felder tried to look underneath the 25 of Michael Benedetto. Not able to. Oh, there's the contact back there. The 11 gets turned. It looked like or saved it. Oh, and the 15 gets into the 25. So the 15 having all kinds of issues here. So Ricky Howell Jr. leading as we're at the 5th caution here at lap 56. We're just hitting halfway right now. In a 45-minute race, halfway at 45 would be 22. So we're on pace to finish the race with the laps, which is good. And you see the 24 getting the lucky dog. He'll go back on the lead lap, Bradley Minor. Real quickly, just want to mention for tonight, Michael Benedetto going to get the EOL from the accident. Felt that the 25 had came down on the 15 when his fender was there, so that's what they're calling for the caution here. But tonight there will be a $5 hard charger award going out in each race. That'll go to the person that gains the most positions. A $5 Mr. Clean award for the highest finishing 0X racer. Top 24 qualifying times, which there was I think 24 that started the race, so everybody made the race when it was over with. So Tour Modified tonight going to have a double feature, oh by the way. Going to be 2 45-lap main events tonight in that race. That should be fun as we're back racing with Ricky Howell Jr. up front. Ooh, 3 wide back here near the 2 of Navarro. And that's Brandon Wilkinson trying to work his way up here through the field underneath him and the 81 of Kevin Anderson. Navarro kind of running his own little line down there on the inside. And Wilkinson with a door on the 2. Wilkinson showing some anger tonight out here on the track, and there's the 111 with contact on the 2. They say in short track racing, if your left side is worn out, you're going too slow. I'm not going to criticize the 2 of going too slow, but he's getting his left side worn out. We run on board Curtis Critchley, the B-Leaf Racing number 27. There it is. All right. Good to see Dave Rowe watching tonight. I just shot him a little message on Discord real quick. Want to send a shout out to Dave. I'm going to give him a shout out over the air here. Drift last night. Made a shout out to him also. Drift there in the 014 car, the hometown boy here. Running in the 20th position right now. Just out here running laps and having fun. But shout out to Dave Rowe there. Nitro Beast, guys. If you're one that says prayers or whatever and believes in miracles and stuff like that, I'm not going to go into detail, but say a prayer for Dave Rowe and his family there. Dave watching us tonight, but definitely got some personal issues going on family-wise. And we definitely are thinking of him. He's a great friend of mine personally, and of course the league that him and I help run over at USRC, but he loves short track racing. He's always here on a Thursday night and always having a great time. And if you know Nitro Beast, he's been in our stream plenty of times. Give Dave a little shout and a little good positive feeling there. Back here, Brandon Wilkinson inside of Sam Fontaine. This is for the 8th position as Brandon works his way up there. Bottom of him, another door slam. Sam will not give it to you easily. Sam Fontaine might be the Ryan Newman of this short track series officially. Oh, and caution back out. And this one going to be Michael Benedetto. The 25 has gone around. Let's see what happened to him. He's down here in the apron pretty much. Him and a 15 having fun with each other again. Oh, and he gets turned by the 33. Steele Langford gets him. Caution for the 6th time here, lap 74. Aikens Dodge, yep, that's down in Athens, I believe. Looking at some of the sponsors over here on the wall. So we saw this last week, and I don't know if this is done purposely or not, but these cars are up here running against the wall. I don't know if that's, I always knew that collecting rubber might not be the best thing to do, but that's like what they're doing here. As the 24 gets the lucky dog again. So unlike last week, we tried it, it did work, but tonight we're going to interview the winners of the race, the top 3 here before we go into the second race. We'll get that uploaded and stuff during the interviews and get ready for that race. At a 25-minute practice before the race. And then tomorrow night, we invite you to come back and join us. They're going to call net code on the incident there, it looks like, so no EOL. Tomorrow night, first race of the chase for the Blown Piston Racing League and the Misfit Motorsports Truck Series at Kentucky Speedway. That'll be a fun race. As a matter of fact, NASCAR driver Austin Hill is going to be making an appearance tomorrow night, subbing for a driver on the team I race for. So that would be fun to have a race with Austin and actually be broadcasting it, not racing with him. Oh, and a big wreck back here. Sam Fontaine is in the inside wall. Who else is in that? That looked bad. I saw 2 or 3 cars turn sideways. Let's see what happened. Roll that beautiful bean footage over here in turn 3. Right up ahead there, just a big old wreck. Brandon Wilkinson involved, the 91. Wow. Brandon shoots the middle there, and basically a whole bunch of cars get together there. Brandon being aggressive tonight, and I laughed only because of the way the admins worded it in that thing. But Brandon actually has left the race and went behind the wall into 56. So obviously not a good race for him tonight. Probably could have been avoided, but I'm not going to judge somebody for their racing. Everybody's got different styles out there and stuff. 33 going to get the Lucky Dog Award. Steele Langford is going to blink his way past the pace car once everybody gets caught up to it. Will be a single file restart this time by, so pace car will pull off. And Ricky Howe will lead him to the green here at lap number 84. Oh, a little bump there back there. Peyton Howe got in the back of Ron Hart and set him up the track. Oh, bump and run for you. I think Ron might get him back here a little. How about one can play by the rule, and the second will, and a door bang. Oh, they're roughing each other up here. Short track racing on a Thursday night, boys. Now the 27 sticking his nose in there. Oh, the 71 into the 27. Chill, boys. Meanwhile, the leaders are gone. Pete Polini up here at second. Nice job by Pete tonight. Neil's double seven there. Trying to see what that is. The sponsor on his truck. Something setup shop. McConey, is that what that is, I think? Cooler heads starting to prevail there after a little bumper action there with each other. 25 laps to go in this feature. To go here in race number 1 tonight. Ricky Howe stretching it out to a 4/10 of a second lead. On board with Curtis Critchley again. You see 13-second laps around the track. Got to be patient there at the 51 apart. Oh, caution out right in front here. Who is that? Could not tell. Kevin Anderson is who that is. Kevin Anderson involved in the wreck, I should say. Let's see what happens. The 52 is the other car up against the wall, Richard Benedetto. Steele Langford is taking his car behind the wall. Oh, big net code. Big net code. Now that there, when you can squeeze a body through a car, between a car, that is what they call net code. And what I mean by net code, look at this here. How big of a space is that? I mean, that's a good foot of space right there, huh? Oh, wow. Still Langford was in a 700 ping-wise, the admin's reporting. So the cars down here in the area again, just trying to, I'm guessing, get rubber on these tires. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask about this between races and see if there's something behind this strategy here. Dave, you know anything about this? Why these cars are down here doing what they're doing? So I'm starting to say tomorrow night, come watch us some truck racing in the Misfit Media Truck Series at Kentucky Speedway, BPRL, and then Saturday night, USRC. Where the heck we at Saturday night? I can't remember now. But anyways, here we go. 20 car going to bring him back to the green. '71 and 51. Playing bumper tag some more here. Oh, and one car spinning in the back. I think that's Ercoloni. Kalani, I believe that is, actually. The New Englander spins. Oh, you're not telling. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I won't say on air what's going on then. The green is still out, oh, by the way. Ron Hart up to the second position there after starting 11th, and at 51, he's got the 71 behind him. He's in a house sandwich. Secrets. Darlington, thank you. I couldn't remember. Oh, the 71's going to get sideways and turned and straightens her out. Oh, no. And he gets turned. 111 into the 71, 71 into the 77. Everybody's hitting everybody. 77 gets hit again into the 53. Everybody's saving it. And finally a caution. The only car not involved in that wreck, I think, was the pace car. I think this starts here. 71 gets turned up there. He hits the 77. He goes saving it. Then he got into the next corner here to 3 wide. Down to the corner. 71 gets 77. Back into the 53. 53, they all save it. And then 35. 53 finally gets turned. Did everybody get that one? That's let's see. If we're in baseball on that one, that's like a 2, 3, 6, 4 pickle. Now, this is a fair reason to say why Thursday nights is one fun night to watch racing here on Captain TV. Short track and Saturday night. We don't have to worry about being, look at the crowd up there in the back straightaway. We don't have to be sitting here all ticked off because somebody wrecked us. This is iRacing, baby. We're doing it. So they're giving the accident to the 111, which is actually Brandon Hughes, who made the contact that started that whole entire melee, where the 71 got into the 77, and then they saved it and went down to the next corner. They're actually going to give the 111 the EOL for this. So Brandon Hughes is, well, he's just going to park it. All right, here we go. Pace car going to pull off. Look at everybody standing out there in the back of their cars, not really social distancing. All right, here we go. The 51 jumps to start. He gives it back. Let's see if he gets away with it with 4 to go. Caution back out. We're going to have a green-white checker. And I think it's Michael Benedetto. It just causes a huge checkup, basically. Yep, 25 down into the 33. And one thing leads to another, as that song says. I'm going to shut the timer off. I think we're okay. No penalty to the 51 for the restart. No penalty to anybody in the wreck. Will be a single file restart. All right, here we go. Pace car going to pull off. Go through 1 and 2 here. And here we go. Peyton's on it. Can Critchley get up there and win himself a race? How about Hart, who's going to get jumped by Peyton Howland? These two have had fun with each other tonight. Sam Fontaine also there. As they will come to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Curtis Critchley not going to be able to make it to Ricky Howell Jr., who becomes the 3rd winner in 3 races in the Short Track Super League. His first win of the season at Lanier. All right, so we will go down and talk to the top 3, as long as they're in Discord here. Now, Ricky does become the 2nd Howell to win this season. Not only that, but also in the Super Late Models. His son won last week's race. As he gets out there and cuts some donuts, we're actually going to talk to him pretty quickly here as we'll try to make time to get you some practice over there. Ricky, as you cut donuts, congratulations, my friend. First win of the season. You become the 2nd Howell to win this season, and that makes you feel good to join your son up there in victory lane in the Super Late Model. Woohoo, were they?
I think he might have been a little bit loose. Sure, on the restarts, and wasn't rolling the corner just as good as he was on that long run. But I think it knocked the toe off. But as we went on, I think everybody started getting a little bit tighter. So I don't know how bad it really knocked it off. But he's able to hold on to this thing.
We'll talk about, you mentioned the racing. You and Brandon, unfortunately, had to get together. It was a lot of just tight racing out there. But it seemed like just clean air was everything. He just had control of everything out there on the start.
Yeah, that's just Lanier anytime. When you got control of the race, it's definitely big here. You definitely don't want to be stuck on the outside there because you get freight trained a lot. So, just having that lead on the restarts there where you could actually start the race is everything here. That's why I was working hard there during practice, to try to qualify. And I saw Brandon beat us there, so I was like, man, we ain't gonna have control of the start of this thing, but it ended up paying off, and we got the win here somehow.
Well, congratulations. Just make it quick here, and we'll get you to North Wilkesboro. So take all the time you need here to give shout-outs to whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to Pay to Win, JWB Contractors, R-Seat, Phantom Racing, both Phantom Racings. Those guys over there, they're pretty awesome. That's who my boy runs with. So just a bunch of good guys over there, and thank you for putting this thing on, man. I've missed your broadcasting for a while, man. You used to do some great stuff, and I'm glad you're back at it again, and just glad to be part of this thing.
Yeah, we were all reminiscing last week when your son won that race. I remember the night where a bunch of us were running the old Nortona 500, and I remember you cued the mic in practice, and you're like, "Hey, my son's on the rig right now." And little did I realize your son was talking to me in victory lane, and I'm like, "Where did time go?"
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That was like 7 years ago. He was on it.
Exactly.
I think if I'm not wrong, I think he won a qualifying race.
He probably did.
Yeah.
But hey, man, good for you. Nice job on the win, man. Appreciate the kind words, and we'll take a trip up 85 to North Wilkesboro.
All right, appreciate it, man. Have a good
All right,
one.
buddy. Yeah, you too, man. Ricky Howell joining us there in victory lane. Let's get Curtis Critchley up here with us, and we'll move Ricky. Ricky, I'll just let you move yourself there, bud, wherever you want to go.
All right.
Curtis, nice job tonight. Second place run for you. You had to battle for it. A lot of contact going on, especially right around you there. A couple of cars with one at the end of it were beating on each other, but you worked your way through there and got a second place finish.
Yeah, it was. It got definitely wild near the end there. We got a nice green flag run, and I just knew there was going to be cautions coming, so I just save tires as much as I can, so I could eventually pull some moves at the end. And basically, I felt like I had a good amount of tires there, but it definitely got very yellow near the end than I wanted it to, because the saved tires would have definitely paid out on a nice green flag run. But the race is definitely cleaned up since last week.
Do you have anything for Ricky, or just not enough time?
Not enough time, and Ricky's really good here. He's a great driver, and I'm still learning the track here. But yeah, just Ricky is awesome here at Lanier. I believe he's been grinding these late models here last few weeks. I think he said he was up 1,000 I rating in 1 week.
Ooh. How do you
Yeah.
gain 1,000 I rating at a track like Lanier? You gotta hide in the pits?
You just gotta be just on it. Like, you just gotta run away from the field.
I mean, I would much rather try to get a 1,000 at Bristol than Lanier, but that's just me. Anyways, nice job out there. Congrats on your second place run, and shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Shenandoah Shine, Beeley Farms, Phantom Graphics, Pavement Marking LLC, Seven Seas Cruises. All these people, they help us out so much in a big way, and we couldn't do any of this without them.
Well, fantastic job tonight, and we will see you here in a couple minutes at North Wilkesboro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, buddy. That's Curtis Critchley. I'll let you move yourself if you'd like to. I'll get Ron in here with me. I've just all of a sudden had a wrestling call back in my head. Ron the Hitman Hart. Shall we go with that? But now the Michigander, Ron Hart, you, my friend, had a fight out there with the 71 and a couple other cars, but you made it to third. I do got to ask you about that restart, though. Did you just mistime it?
Nah, I knew I was about to get hit. I got hit every other lap, so I just bottom and not get spun out. But yeah, I don't know what was going on, but we survived and I got a third, so we'll take it, I guess.
We'll talk about the racing because, yeah, we had some cautions tonight, but it seemed like some great short track racing.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I started 12th, got back to almost last.
Uh-oh.
You're going to beat back, so nothing too bad really that I saw, just some good short track racing, and just glad we could get out of there with a good finish.
Well, Ron, you did a fantastic job here. Send shout-outs to whoever you like to, and we'll get off to North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, just the guys putting the league here. Appreciate them. I appreciate race1.us being on my car and painting me up a scheme. See if we can go do better here.
Absolutely, Ron. Well, hey, 2 spots better, and you'll be talking to me at Victory Lane here in about an hour or so.
All right, thank you.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate your time. And that's Ron Hart finishing third in the race. I'll let you move wherever you like to go hide out at. And we're going to take a short intermission here for a second. And we will come back and hopefully be about loaded into the room and get you ready for the second race tonight in the Tour Modified Series from North Wilkesboro. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Next week, RC visits a throwback as we head to Darlington Raceway with only 3 races remaining in the season. Who's going to tame the track that's too tough to tame? Who's going to avoid the lady in black and not get striped? Who is going to victory lane this week?
And he is going to kick off the new season with a win at Texas Motor Speedway. J.W. Miller. Stripe, Brandon Jackson has won at Talladega. Coming to the line, side by side. And Thomas Harmon.
Next week, USRC visits a throwback as we head to Darlington Raceway with only 3 races remaining in the season. Who's going to tame the track that's too tough to tame? Who's going to avoid the lady in black and not get striped? Who is going to victory lane this week?
And he is going to kick off the new season with a win at Texas Motor Speedway. J.W. Miller. Stripe, Brandon Jackson has won at Talladega. Coming to the line, side by side. And Thomas Harmon has got the win. Not going to be enough. His second career start, his first career win. Justin Gann has won at Nashville.
This week, USRC visits a throwback as we head to Darlington Raceway with only 3 races remaining in the season. Who's going to tame a track that's too tough to tame? The lady in black cannot get striped. Who is going to victory lane this week?
And he is going to kick off the new season with a win at Texas Motor Speedway. J.W. Miller. Stripe, Brandon Jackson has won at Talladega. Coming to the line, side by side. And Thomas Harmon has got the win. Not going to be enough. His second career start, his first career win. Justin Gann has won at Nashville.
It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Tour Modified Series, presented by Simply Whatnots and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV.
All right, back we are here at North Wilkesboro Speedway as we get ready for more short track racing here. There we go. You're ready for some action here, and tonight, for the first time ever on Captain TV, you're going to see a double header of racing here at one track. As tonight you will see not only 40 laps in 20-minute race, you'll see two 40-lap 20-minute races. So we'll basically give away two victories tonight in the main event here tonight in North Wilkesboro for the Southeastern Tour Modified Series. We welcome you into the historic North Wilkesboro Speedway. It's still over half-mile track. 94 degrees track temp, 69 degrees outside. Under 28% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds here in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, the home of the legendary Junior Johnson, one of the greatest of all time. A very historic track as the cars around here on track right now. And qualifying beginning here. They'll get the usual 3 laps. No, it's something I gotta edit. Because basically it's picture and a video there, and there's not a video there. If that makes sense. So. And lap times right now. Ron Hart on the pole. It's the momentum of that third place run from Lanier. I'm still waiting on a response from the people at SDK Gaming about how to fix the numbers. I ain't got anything yet, unfortunately. Peyton Howell just jumped to the top. Oh, there goes the 48 of Michael Murray. He has spun out. Make sure everything here is loading up good. We're good to go. Everybody's hearing everything good. Looks like all my audio is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and shrink the screen. .7 seconds right now. The pole. Ricky Howell, or Peyton Howell, I should say, on the pole. Ricky Howell Jr. has not qualified yet. Now, a couple things I did here during the pre-race meeting I will share with the viewers. Sam Fontaine, yes, he's qualified 5th right now. He will start in the back. Basically, it kind of goes back to the Tour modified rules that they did last season, where the winner of the race from the previous round goes to the back. So Sam Fontaine will start this race in the last spot. And then the winner of the first feature race will start in the back of the second feature race. So that'll be in play. And again, these races are going to be 40 laps or 20 minutes, whatever happens first in this race. You see the 70 car out here running laps. Jordan knows how to fix the video thing or the numbers. Because I've tried everything on the numbers. I can't fix it. I'm just waiting on the people I get this app from to get it for me. I think this guy's just out here logging laps. It's Derek Fulton, actually. The 7 car is who that is out there running laps. I didn't recognize the 7. I thought I see 70 for some reason. Fulton right now, P9, 1734. Lap 3, you add them all kinds of sideways numbers. Oh, all right. Well, where's Jordan for what it's worth? Ah. There's Drift out here having fun, per Drift usual. It wouldn't be Drift without Drift being Drift. Still got a minute before qualifying's over. You know what? This will give me a chance. Let's sneak an interview in real quickly here. See who we can talk with real quickly. Drift's just having a good old time. I would talk to Drift, but Drift don't have a mic, so I can't talk to Drift. Let's talk to the winner from last week. How about this? Hey, Samuel. Copy, my friend. Hey, let's have a little conversation. You qualified 5th. However, you're going to start 19th. In this race, obviously with the rules. So what do you have to do to work your way through 18 other cars to go back to back?
From the Rex, and hopefully we make it at least in the top 3.
I'm really terrible at this microphone thingy. I got you half your answer on the stream, but we know you're going to be patient. But we know what you meant. They're going to yell at me here in a second, but one of these days I'll get this right. I'm going to fire my producer. But anywho, nice job tonight so far. I mean, you had a little bit of a struggle in that first race, but you still got a decent finish. You obviously won last week. You're going to start tail end Charlie, and we wish you the best. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys and girls, like me or not, I'm back again with you. So we're going to be with the first 40 lap feature.
You focus on the race, buddy.
Initial start is on green. Restarts are on leader. I will be watching for any jumps, and let's try to make it through this. We got 20 minutes.
He moved himself. Never mind.
Sam will be receiving
don't mind, guys. You missed the first
start
half of
from
the
the
interview.
rear,
He
so
basically just talked
pulling
about how
down the
normally
track
he'll be
whenever we go to
patient,
take off. Everybody just
but
pass him,
tonight
and he will fall into the
he feels in this race with only being 40 laps in this first feature, he's got to move and go quick. So that's what we'll see. Starting lineup over on the left-hand side, Peyton Howe on the pole. Pete Polini going to start second. Ron Hart third. In typical racing fashion, when two drivers have issues with each other, they normally start either next to each other or front and back. Look who's first, look who's third. The two cars that were beating the living crap out of each other just a few minutes ago at Lanier. So let's see if these two behave up here in the front. Brandon Hughes will start fourth alongside Fontaine, who will go to the back. And then we have a lineup of Canadian drivers. 7th, 8th, and 9th. Dennis Warrens, Curtis Critchley, Derek Fulton, all going to start 7th through 9th. But you see the rest of the grid over there on the left hand. All right, here they go, going to roll off. Oh! And already the 51's hitting the 11, or 71. They got to wait till the pace car rolls off, guys. Oh, this is great. Good stuff, people. Good stuff. Ricky Howell Jr. did not grid, so he will not start this race. So it looks like 20 will start this 40-lap feature. Somebody's made a comment in there. There goes our $20, or there goes our money for the 0X. That's kind of funny. Again, same awards on the line for this race. Didn't get to catch the last race, unfortunately, who got the comeback award and all that good stuff. But you'll see back here in the 20th position, Dave Rowe's favorite driver, Samuel Fontaine, the winner of the modified race last week, starting tail end Samuel instead of tail end Charlie. We'll keep track of them. If you drift, you left marks on the back straightaway. All right, here we go. 40 laps in this feature, 20 minutes. So I'll go ahead and set the clock up right there on the screen. It'll reset here when the green comes out. Green is out. Here we go. In the 75 with a big jump. And that is Pete Polini up there in the 75, by the way. It shows a 77 on my screen. And I think he got away with that jump. Now, I will say you will not get a track map here for North Wilkesboro. They have not got one on SDK Gaming yet, so. Everybody pretty much single file down here in the turn number one. The first move is Michael Murray, the 48, looking underneath Michael Benedetto there in the 25, and Murray trying to make a move. And caution is out. Caution out for the first time. And 82 of Jezebowski had some issues, it looks like. Let's see what happens to the 82. He's on the high side there. Trying to see that. It's Telder. And bam, into the wall he goes. Just a little wheel-to-wheel action there. And there's Nick down there trying to get this car going, and there go the leaders by, and that triggers the caution to come out. So First one out again. Here's the difference now. These 40-lap features, the laps will not count. So you'll notice it'll sit right here at lap number 4. I'm actually going to turn the ticker off for now because it's going to cycle around every time they cross the line. But Pete Polini leads this race after a hell of a start. Now, the one thing that will not reset is the timer. That thing will count down 20 minutes. So, saying 82 got into the 12, that brought the caution out. So Nick, you know, he's got the EOL because he's in the back already. He's, I guess, to blame for the penalty, we'll say. Pace car going to pull off here this time by. Sun has come out here, North Wilkesboro. Nice crowd here in the northern area of North Carolina. Back in the day, North Wilkesboro really big when it comes to moonshine and stuff like that. Hence Junior Johnson, the legend himself. We will not go green this time by. All right, here we go. Never mind, pace car's still out. So we'll get another lap of green here. Not sure if they're trying to fix something. I haven't heard anything over the intercom or over the headset. Again, something I've been able to figure out with my stuff. I can't fix the audio in interviews, but yet I can get the audio in my ears when it comes to the admin. All right, pace car lights are off. You see the field kind of backing up a little bit here. And we'll get the green flag at lap number 4. Kind of time to start out right there, but Pete gets a good jump over Hal. Ron Hart, Brandon Hughes, Curtis Critchley back here in his hornet's nest of mods. Now, one unique feature of North Wilkesboro, if you've never watched a race here at this track, of course, closed after the 1996 Cup race that was won by Jeff Gordon. This track is not level. And what I mean by that is one straightaway goes downhill, one straightaway goes uphill. And let's go on board with Curtis Critchley, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You're going uphill here on the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. And then watch, all of a sudden, this will be the big, watch out for the curve. Come off 4 and watch now. You're going downhill. One of the many cool features of that track. Nice pass there on the outside of Critchley. One car down at the bottom over in turn 4. Didn't see who that was over there. No caution so far. That might have been Richard Benedetto actually over there. Whoa, the 71 going way wide up there. Actually, we found out in the truck league race here, once you can use that high groove, which kind of shocked us because I had never known of North Wilkesboro to be a multi-groove track. Oh, 111 clips the curve a little bit, almost gets loose up into the 51 of Ron Hart. 111, Brandon's using all the track down there, just trying to stay off him, but also make the pass here. Oh, he got the curve again! And Hart's going to clear him. And on the outside comes Derek Fulton. The Phantom Esports, number 7. We complete 14 laps next time by. Of the 40, 12 minutes left in this feature. And some of these cars are starting to matriculate up to the high side. I am noticing this as Pete Polini leads by about a half second. 3 wide off 4. Yikes! They are making this high line work in the mods. Ooh, contact Murray into the back of, I think that's Hart. Oh, contact, 27 into the 48, spins him around, he gets clipped. And caution out for the second time. So Michael Murray gets turned for the second caution, the 7th Michael Murray of iRacing. You know what? There's a little bit of space there, not much. I don't know if it makes a difference. But I want to go back real quickly before we go green. You know what? I'm not the only one that saw it. Admins are calling this a netcode issue. So, yeah, no EOL going to be issued. I thought I might have been the only one that saw netcode. You know, one thing about this system here with the no caution laps counting is it does eliminate the lucky dog award. So there's no lucky dog in this race. So if you're a lap down, you're not in good shape here. So halfway into the race now, time-wise. Still got 25 laps to go. So 15 laps into this. So here's how the festivities will go after this race. We'll get a quick word with the winner. When that's over with, they will have a quick intermission, allow them to get a drink or whatever they need. And then we'll go back racing in the last 40 lapper after this. Hopefully everybody's enjoying your night. Feel free to chat it up a little bit with me if you'd like. I like talking to the viewers. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I know I've actually enjoyed tonight's action. I think it's been fantastic. Some great racing out here. All right, pace car should pull off this time by. Double file restart with Peyton Howe on the outside of Pete Polini, who's led all the laps from the outside pole. Here we go. Good restart for Pete. Oh, a little contact with the 71 and 111. Sends him up the track. Ooh, one car clipped the wall there, 35 of Curran Beckler. Kind of scared a couple of cars, but you just see the multi-groove racing going on out here. So many cars in so many different lanes. Oh, Steffen gets turned back there almost. He saves it. The Moneymaker Motorsports and the owner of this series with a glove save and a beauty. Looking out the back of Dennis Warren's pay to win number 90. Looking up at the 81 of Kevin Anderson. Up front, got a pass for third, if I can get to it quick enough. Derek Fulton, he is the car on the move, started ninth, up to third. And that number 7 looking real good in that Phantom Esports car. Got about 6.5 minutes to get to the front. Hughes right there in the back bumper of this number 7. Let's throw the battle boxes up here. Basically see where a good portion of these cars are at on the track right now. It's almost like the equivalent of the relative on iRacing right here. Critchley unscheduled pit stop. He is on pit road there. So unfortunately no back-to-back top 3s for him. And you see Fulton is bringing in these leaders. And caution is out. Caution for showing me maybe Dennis Warren. Let's see. Turn, oh, him and the 77 get hooked together, and a wild ride over here in turn 1 and 2 brings the caution out. Warren's and the 77, I'm trying to see who that is because the 077 is Pete Polini. Oh, Bladen Edwards, that's the 72 is who that is. Fantastic racing though here. Caution comes out with 4 minutes to go. I don't even want to ask what I'm seeing right now out of the 7. Left side tires in the grass. Oh boy. Racers will find whatever they can to get the advantage, huh? Oh my gosh. I've got nothing. Look at this. He's going through the whole entire grass. I don't even want to ask what the heck is going on right now. Is this in all the cars, Dave? Just answer yes or no on that one, because there's a reason why I asked that question. See what that emoji is. The smiley face. I think that answered my question right there. That's all I need to know. All right, should get the restart next time by here. That'll leave us with 15 laps remaining and probably about 2 minutes or so. So we'll call it the 2-minute warning. Throw a little football into it. Well, I know one rule that'll be going into effect in our short track races in the future. All right, pace car pulls off. Here we go. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this race. And caution back out. That's probably going to end it. Or I just fell through for some weird reason, actually. What in the world? I didn't have any issues. All right, well, let me go and I'll step away and get myself back into the room real quick. So I'll be right back. I don't know what just happened. Like, I was not having any issues. All of a sudden, I'm gone. That was very weird. All right, stand by. All right, I'm still here. Just FYI, I'm going to talk to you guys through what's going on. That was weird because normally it gives you like a warning before you get kicked out, like you lag or something. Like I was showing a replay and everything was fine. And all of a sudden, bam, I'm gone out of the room. So I don't know what the heck is going on here. I blame Wilms. Where's Wilms? Well, the good news is we're going to have a little break between races here. So apologies for the inconvenience. Now, if everything goes the way it's supposed to go here, it should be Pete Pelini winning this race, so he'll start EOL. Actually, you know what I can do? Because it didn't kick me out of Discord. Is Pete in here? Hey, Pete, you guys go back racing?
We're just in the warm-up section right now. So
okay, so you guys are done. So you did win the race. Well, no, I was showing the replay just now, and all of a sudden, bam, I'm out of the room. And I'm like, weird. So,
we ran out of time there.
Yeah, well, no, it literally kicked me out of the session. So that was kind of weird. But congratulations on the win in that race. That was a pretty wild one. Got to start with the start of the race. Yeah, about nailed that one pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was able to get a good start there on the outside, which Wilkesboro is known for that. If you get a good run on that first corner there, you can make a run on the outside. So luckily I timed the start well and got a good jump on my teammate there. But it was a lot of fun. It was I enjoy this place. I usually run really strong here, so I was looking forward to running this one, and the result speaks for itself. CGE looked strong really again.
It seemed like you guys kind of opened up the track a little bit. I noticed some cars kind of able to use a second and third groove.
Yeah, we were talking about that during the race, actually. That figured you were talking about the different lines we were able to take. But that is one of the fun things about this track being a progressively banked track is you can run multiple lines and be competitive. And it just depends on how you want to drive it and how your car's working for you.
Which is weird because I mean, obviously I'm still in my 30s here, but I still remember some races from North Wilkesboro, and of course you can go on YouTube. I never remembered this being a multi-groove track. It always was kind of put it down there at the bottom.
And I guess, yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, I'm like 40, so I'm kind of right there with you. I remember I'm racing here, but not enough to really recall exactly how I was, So I just know that they had some great battles at this track
absolutely.
back in the day.
And Earnhardt and
Wild Trip going at it there.
And Bodine, or not Bodine, but that 26 Ricky Rudd at the time.
Ricky Rudd is always, one of my favorites right there.
Well, it's funny because we ran a league race, me and another series, and we had trucks up at the top of the track almost, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. But hey, nice job out there. You can send shout-outs out there while I'm loading into the race here, and shout out whoever you like to.
Oh, absolutely. CGE for sure. Curtis and Dan there definitely helped hook us up. McConey Setup Shop, Butt Kicker, Phantom Graphics.
Ratio.
Somebody, Mark Sports Apparel, and Belief. They're hooking us up there. Definitely.
I never messed about stuff.
All right, well, nice job, bud. We're back in the room here, right in time for the minute to go racing. So nice job out there, and maybe we'll talk to you in another 40 laps. You got to start in the backhoe, by the way.
Hey, thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to put on a show here. I don't want to sound overconfident, but I think I might be able to do it. It's going to be tough, but I might have a shot at it. So I'm going to try and put on a show for you here.
Anything's possible with a little faith, so go get them, buddy. And Derek and Peyton, great run for you guys, too, finishing second and third in that race as I was kicked out of the room, unfortunately. But, yeah, you guys learn anything that you could take into this next race?
He doesn't get that head start that he had in the last one, but it's all good fun. It's a lot of fun track.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had to pass some cars there, Derek. Great job on your end, and congrats on that. I know you got 10 seconds to go here. So real quickly, Peyton, you had a good run there, finished up there in the top three. You had to work that high line a little bit to get that thing to work, I noticed.
Yeah, I was having to run a little bit higher. I couldn't run the bottom at all to save my life. So running that higher line was helping me at least stay with Pete. I couldn't get to him. Pete's amazing in these things. But I couldn't get to him, but I was able to stay with him, and it helped us get a top three.
Well, great job, guys, all three of you, and go get them here in the second race, and maybe we'll talk in about 20 minutes.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Peyton Howell, Derek Fulton, Pete Polini, your top three finishers in that last race. Congratulations to them. Pete will... his trophy tonight is an EOL for that next race. I'm sure he's going to be thrilled about that. I'm trying to remember.
All right, guys and girls, we got 40 more laps, 20-minute time limit. Initial start is on green, restarts are on leader.
Thank you, that's what I was looking for. Oh, there you are. Okay, got it.
Again, let's try to keep it clean. Let's see if we can't finish this one.
Now, the top 12 are inverted for this race. Let me turn off the admin
try to stretch all out and get some of these more...
But the top 12 drivers are inverted. So look at the starting lineup for this race. Jeffrey Todd Tufts are going to start on the pole alongside with Nick Jezebowski, and they about hit each other again. Let's see who else we got here. Jezebowski and Benedetto. Todd Tufts, Steele Langford, they're going to start fourth. Michael Steffen and Ron Hart. Kevin Anderson, Peyton Howell, Curran Beckler, Michael Murray, and there your winner is way back here in the last position. Yeah, they have no fenders on them. Dave, teach drift. D cars don't have fenders. Teach them, Dave. So your starting lineup over on the left-hand side as we'll go back racing here for another 40 laps in 20 minutes. Some fantastic racing we just had out here. We're going to see it again, and hopefully I won't get kicked out. That was just so weird. I've never seen that. Kicked without warning. All right, let's see if these guys can behave. Only 3 cautions, I believe it was, in that race, or 4 cautions. One car's blinking out, the 11. Pace car is in. Let's go back for it. Round number 2. Almost teammates making contact there in the Moneymaker car. Look at these cars slide out 3 and almost 4 wide, and they are 4 wide, and now they're wrecking. Murray going around. The 71 made a pretty desperate move on the outside there. If I had a quarter every time I said 4 wide at North Wilkesboro, I would have a quarter. Let's go back to this. Look at this mess. 35 into the 48. Looks like a warning to somebody. I didn't hear the number for the jump on the start of the race, but otherwise just a warning, so we move on. JT shows up as we were 4 wide at North Wilkesboro. The 11 is blinking here a little bit, so let's get off of him. We're getting everything organized here. It looks like the 81 is actually trapped a lap down. And also Drift is a lap down for some reason. Drift's on pit road. Is Drift pulling a Joe Petrick? And what I mean by that, for viewers who are not going to know what that means, Joe Petrick's very infamous for going to the bathroom during a race. Some interesting shenanigans going on here. Your top 5 is Jeffrey Todd Tufts, Nick J. Zabowski, Michael Steffen, Michael Benedetto, Steele Langford. Your top 5, Curran Beckler, Ron Hart, Peyton Howell up to 8th, Matthew Telder, Richard Benedetto, Pete Polini up to 15th after winning the feature. He said he thinks he can get up there. And he said it awfully confidently, so I believe him. If he says he can do it, he can do it. Now the looks like the 81's going to get a lucky dog, and even though they're not giving lucky dogs, I think there was some kind of mistake or something going on there. All right, here we go. Pace car pulls off, and the 11 leads him back to the green. And for the lead, Jezebowski to the bottom. And look at that 33 go high, wide, and handsome. Harry Gant style, and Jezebowski spins himself. Was that Harry Gant in the 33, or is that Steele Langford? All right, let's go back to the caution here. Just a self-spin by the 82, it looks like here. He gets to the inside of the 11, goes to make the pass. just loops her. And while this is going on, watch this here. We're going to ride on board with Steele Langford and watch this pretty much from the restart. Gets run on the high side of Stefan here, and he just sends it. And all of a sudden, Steele Langford is second. Should be getting a green flag again, but now the leader of this race is still actually Jeffrey Todd Tufts. And it's actually sticking Michael Stefan up to second. So Steele Langford all the way back to fourth after that. And I think the reason being is it goes back to the last lap completed and puts the drivers in the best order possible. That's why Steele's all the way back at fourth after making a move like that. They sort of having issues with the 81, it looks like. Something with lining up the car. So I think that's why we're seeing a little bit of a delay here. So next week on the schedule, as we get ready to go back to green, New Smyrna Beach for the super late models. That'll be a fun one as always. And the Tour Modifieds are going to be at USA Speedway. So we'll be down in Florida for another week, or another Thursday night racing. As green comes out, and look at Steele Langford again, send it to the high side as Stefan goes for the lead. Look at it. Send it, young fella. The boss man leading this race here at lap number 5. And caution back out again. And this one appears ooh, it was 4. Was not Ron Hart, just looking for the wreck here. Was not the 11. Ah, we found the caution. It was for Richard Benedetto, who got into the 27. Let's see if we can go find it now. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get it, but the 57 got into the 27. Oh, actually, I might have gotten it. Nope, I didn't. Never mind. I tried. But 52 got into 27 and spun him out, so that's the cause of that caution there. Unfortunately, my camera guy's sleeping. And then all of a sudden my cameraman says I'm awake. There it is, 52 and the 27. Got it. So third caution out, lap number 6. Right now we're on pace to complete 12 laps. Now we do invite you tomorrow night. You want to watch some truck racing. The BPRL, Blown Piston Racing League, will be in action. The first race of the chase at Kentucky Speedway. We'll go green at 9 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. We'll go on the air about 8:40 or so. We're going to try to at least. Austin Hill, NASCAR Gander Trucks and Outdoors Series driver, will be in that race. He is going to sub for another driver on the team that I actually raced for. That's how I know this in advance. But we're going to see the start of a chase there. And then Saturday night, USRC going to be at Darlington for a throwback race. And then Sunday night, BPRL back in action for their Clash Series or Xfinity cars. They are at Talladega Super Speedway. As we go back racing, Michael Steffen leads. Steele Langford, they're 3 wide back here for 5th. Oh, there's almost no room there. But the 71 of Peyton Howe, and on the 11 gets turned. '72's involved. 81 stops. Again, the boss. Pace car is going down the front straightaway here. Not sure what that's about. I think the pace car is playing games now all of a sudden. Now, Ricky Howell Jr. actually started this race. He did not start the first feature. There is Ricky up here in the 20 car. So, not sure if he just missed the start and decided to hold off and wait until the next race or what, but the winner from the Super Late Model race. Michael Benedetto going to get a Neo L, I believe. He actually is towed to the pits. Steffen, I believe, has not won a race yet in this series. He is the boss man, and it'd be kind of cool to have the boss man win a race in the series. Steele Langford might have something to say about it. Ron Hart up to 3rd. Peyton Howe, who started 2nd in the invert. He started actually 11th. He finished 2nd in the last race. He is back up to 4th. And we'll check on Pete Polini. He is actually about mid-pack right now. It looks like 10th position after starting in dead last after winning the first feature race. There's Pete in the 75, that iRacing blue, white, and red car. And pace cars should pull back off. Let's see if we can get a good series of racing. This might be the last restart we get. And one car jumping to the outside in the back here. It's Critchley into 27. Everybody prevails. Peyton Howe there sliding a little bit, and up here for the lead, Steele Langford in the 33. Steffen giving him room, but running that high side. Oh, he's going to open the door 3 wide. Here comes Hart. Look at the high line go to work. Looks like the high line working better in 1 and 2. Bring it in. Here comes Peyton Howe now. 33's cleared him. Langford to the lead. Hart is sideways into turn 1. Steele Langford started 6th in this race. And he is starting to stretch it out 0.6 of a second over Ron Hart. Hart's going to clear Steffen. Here comes Peyton Howe. Got Sam Fontaine back here in the 91 at the end of this pack. Pete Polini runs 8th. Contact. Teammates. Fontaine and the Steffen. Moneymaker Motorsports spending a little money on each other. And we have 2 minutes to go in this race. 2-minute warning. Hart is knocked off a 10th from that last lap. Down a half second or so. Oh, kind of got the wall there. Had to get out of it. He was 8/100ths quicker last time by. Let's see this time by. You can see him getting closer. Steele was by about 3/100ths. That time by him was a whole 10th. Ron Hart faster. Let you see the lap times. There they are. That's actually the best lap. Sorry. There we go. Is he going to have enough time to get there? I don't know. This should be 2 laps to go right here. As they go by the lap car, John Zabowski. And this will be the final lap of the race. White flag, Steele Langford. Trying to be the 4th winner in 4 races. Down the back straightaway. And Steele Langford's going to take advantage of restarts and score the victory at North Wilkesboro. Hart going to get 2nd. Peyton Howe, Sam Fontaine 4th. Curran Beckler, Michael Steffen, your top 5. Make that top 6. And somebody just got cleaned out on pit road. I think Langford going to do it the old school way. Just going to park it there. Nothing wrong with that. Or maybe it was a photo thing. I don't know. I was trying to do a burnout or something. It ain't working. I don't have Steele yet in Discord, so we'll see. We'll talk to him. Let's go ahead and get Peyton up here with us. As Peyton finishes in the third position. Give me 1 second, Peyton. Just want to make sure the button's on this time. I'm really good at not turning microphones on of other people. But Peyton, third place run for you. Good comeback there with all the cautions. You were able to gain some spots and able to get a third place run.
Yeah, it was a lot harder to drive through the field. These things are a lot harder to drive when you're in traffic, and with all those cautions, I was having to make it up on like one lap at a time, and it was just hoping people would wreck, and they started wrecking up front, and I think that's what got me up to third. But then I started almost choking it and getting really slow in the center of three, and whoever was behind me about moved me out of the way for it.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough battle out there with you and the leaders and stuff, but a great effort. And that high line, I mean, Steele made it work. You made it work a couple of times. Was that just a mixture of just the speed that you guys had compared to those other cars? Was it just the high line that effective? What was the difference there?
It was about both. It was between the speed of the cars and just how the high line and the low work. This track's the top is basically, if you can get up next to the wall, it's almost a cushion up there, and you can run right up against the wall on the entry and almost diamond it off, and you carry more speed down into three. But if you're stuck on the high line in three, you can't get nowhere, so it's almost like you're stuck unless you can clear off of one.
Well, you did a fantastic job tonight. Congratulations on good finishes in all the races this evening, and as you continue to get better each and every week in the series, send shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Butt Kicker, Empire Jerky, Shenandoah Shine, B-Leaf, CG, PMI, and White Knuckle Esports, and everybody here at Phantom Esports for giving me the ride and everybody helping out.
All right, Peyton. Nice job tonight. Congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we will get these other two interviews with Ron and Steele. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to actually mute myself for a quick second here and do something. So I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Let's go get Ron Hart real quickly. We finished second in this race. Ron, well, we still got to talk to you, which is good. You got a good second place run there. A great fight as you tried to catch Langford. It looks like just ran out of time once again in this race, but a great run for you tonight.
Yeah, just ran out of laps, man. I think we had the speed to get him there, and those full inverts are tough. We do them at our local track to race at, and it always makes for a mess, but makes for exciting racing too, and it wasn't too bad there. Made it up to second.
Yeah, the part that we talked a little bit about just now with Peyton, and I've mentioned a few times tonight, and maybe even wearing it out a little bit, but just seemed like just impressive how you were able to get the runs through the high line on those restarts and how much momentum you can get from them.
Yeah, the gearing on the modified here in the setup we had, you really had to keep it wound up. If you got pinched down on the bottom, it's hard to get going. So if you can get to somebody's outside, you really can make some time there, and it's really where you needed to make the passes if possible.
Well, you did a great job this evening with top 3 finishes, both races tonight. Great fighting out there, and shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Just Mike and the guys for putting this league on. Appreciate that. Also, race1.us for painting up my car. Thanks for broadcasting it.
Oh, absolutely, Ron. Appreciate your time, and congratulations on the second place run.
Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely. Ron Hart joining us there. A second place run for him, and the guy that made that 33 look like it was green and white pretty much, and Harry Gant might have been driving the car, but really it was still Langford driving it high, wide, and handsome this evening. Took advantage of the high lines and got yourself in victory lane. Steele, you got to be pretty excited.
Yeah, this is a big deal. I ran the super late model race and did really bad, had internet problems, and had never even ran the Tour Modified before, hopped in practice, and I don't know how I won, but I could really get that top to work, and it was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had 2 really key restarts there. The first one obviously had a caution right away, but you were able to make a power move to go from almost, 6th to 2nd. And then there you were able to get back to 2nd on the next restart, and then were able to keep the high line rolling and get past, or actually moved it to the bottom and were able to pass Mike.
Yes. I think it was like lap 3 because we had a bunch of cautions and never could go anywhere, and there were some slower people, and I thought they were getting on the brakes pretty hard in the turns, and I just full sent it to the top and made it stick. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but once I cleared it, it was good. And then it was harder to get by Stefan because he's obviously a very good driver, and the inside was hard to get a run on, but I was able to make it work.
Well, you did a great job tonight making it work, and got yourself that victory that you've been looking for and stuff tonight in the second Tour Modified feature of the evening, and we congratulate you on that, and send shout out to whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Fred's Race Engine Design, for sponsoring this car in High Point, North Carolina. I'd like to thank everybody at HRA, Hayes Racing Association, and just like to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully we can have some cleaner, better races where we can go all the full distance for y'all.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep working on it. That's how you improve, is keep racing out there. Steele, nice job out there. Congratulations on your win.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Steele Langford, your winner tonight. Not sure. I'll just put him there. As we move on from there, and that is going to do it here tonight. From North Wilkesboro and Lanier, we got done with 3 fantastic races actually tonight. Kind of a triple header of action this evening. Congratulations to all the winners who did a fantastic job this evening. I should say. A fantastic race. Next time we'll be on the air tomorrow night for BPRL's Truck Series, the Misfit Media Truck Series at Kentucky Speedway. And of course, for these guys, we'll be on the track at New Smyrna next Thursday night for the Super Late Models, the Tour Mods at USA Speedway. So 2 fantastic 3/4 mile tracks, I believe those are. I know USA's 3/4. I think New Smyrna might be 6/10 actually. So should be a fun race evening down in the state of Florida. So congratulations to, again, the winners, and some great racing this evening. And from there, we're going to take off and go get ready for a Friday, which actually I have the day off tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy my time with family a little bit, unless they're not feeling good, because I was just actually getting word apparently I'm going to have to get off because my wife's not feeling good here. So we're going to go from there. But anyways, enjoy your evening. And as I always like to say as we wrap up the broadcast tonight, this isn't just a game. Turn the microphone on. There we go. This is iRacing. See you.